Hello and welcome to Linux Tips and Tricks. This is video number 1, part of a series of videos designed to teach you a few Linux tricks that will make your sysadmin life easier and probably impress and amaze your coworkers. So let's get started on the first couple of tricks that I have for you guys. So let's say that I have been issuing a few commands during the day while working. Of course, if I can learn to type, that would help. Do an ls, do a df -h, do a vmstat, which displays, for those of you who don't know, CPU and system resources, memory, and so on. What else can we do? Let's do a mount to display the mounted partitions. Alright, so let's clear the screen now and display the history of the commands I just ran. As you can tell, for example, vmstat is command number 29, and this is 29 in this history. So let's say I wanted to, instead of retyping the vmstat command again, I wanted to just run it without having to type it. So what would I do? So the trick is to type the exclamation mark and the number 29. 29 is again the command number in the history file. So if I type exclamation mark 29 and I press enter, I will get, the system will run actually the vmstat command. If I type exclamation mark 27, which is the ls-l command, then the system is going to run ls-l. So here we go, and sure enough. Alright, let's display history again. So of course, now you're asking yourself, what the heck kind of trick is that? Is the guy too lazy to type vmstat or ls-l or so on? Okay, you have a point, of course, but the point of this command is to use it when you run long commands. So for example, if I'm trying to find files under the var log directory that end with .log, and I wanted to display the file statistics on all these files, so I'm going to issue the find command with the following parameters. Press enter, then the system is going to execute the command and show statistics. So now let's display the history, and the find, this long, relatively long find command is number 36. So if I wanted to run it again, I would type exclamation mark 36 and press enter, and sure enough, it runs again. If you run it again, if you type exclamation mark 36, press enter, the command runs again. The important thing here, the important part, is to type history first to see which line or which number you need to use, because as this history grows, at some point it is going to override the oldest command. So to check the history size, you type set and pop it to grep and use history size, and history size here is 2048. So again, once, if this history size can be different on your system, you need to check it, and always make sure to type history first before you run the command. Otherwise you may be running a different command and get yourself in a lot of trouble. Alright, excellent. So I thought this was a cool trick. Another trick that's very similar to this one, but instead of using a number, we're going to use the beginning of the command itself. So for example, if I wanted to run this whole command and I don't want to look up the history file, I know that I typed it not too long ago and I want to run it again, so I use the exclamation mark, and instead of typing the whole command, I just type the first couple of letters, for example. Okay, and I press enter, and there it is. Okay, so again, let's say I wanted to type the VM stat command, exclamation mark VM. Alright, and the system ran the VM stat command. So this is very convenient, again, for long commands. It's a cool trick. However, you have to be very careful when you execute this, when you use this trick, because you could actually get in a lot of trouble. And so please be careful to use it, because you may actually be running a command that you didn't want to run. If, for example, you're running a find command, and that command actually finds and deletes files instead of displaying statistics, then you're going to delete a whole bunch of files. So how do we know which one to run? Again, you use the history file, the history list. So with the when using the exclamation mark and the beginning of the command, the system will run the latest command that matches the criteria. So for example, let's clear the screen here and type ls minus c. Alright, and we'll type again ls minus l. Alright, so now we have the same command but two different formats. One in column, ls minus c, which displayed the information in column format, as you can see here. Okay, and the ls minus l command, which displayed the file list in long format. So now if I type exclamation mark l, all right, so it should run this one here, because that's the latest one that I executed. All right, sure enough, it ran ls minus l, which is the long listing version. Very cool. So I hope you understood and I explained properly. If not, please leave a comment below and subscribe if you like this. I'm going to put out a few videos with some more interesting tricks. I personally use the exclamation mark very often. I use the history a lot, and it makes my life a lot easier throughout the day, because I need to cut corners as much as I can while at the same time being extremely careful. So again, I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in my next video. Thank you.